And welcome back to the Spoiler Kings. Once again, it's Brian the Grizzly here with Brand Man Brandon. We got Tank Kramer with us, straight from the baby. You know what's going on with him. As I told you guys before, this is October. We're going to do all these scary movies and Halloween movies. We're going to review another classic. And this might be my favorite stop-action cartoon type of movie, A Nightmare Before Christmas. No, it's not a Christmas movie. It's a Halloween movie.
Halloween
and that's
movie.
What
I will stand atop that mountain until death.
Exactly. This is, I don't care what you guys say. It's Christmas. Christmas, no, it's Halloween. This is great. What do you guys think about this movie?
Oh, awesome movie. I got to watch it every Halloween. It's definitely up there on my list. Everything about it just works. Mm-hmm. You know, the tone it sets from the very beginning. All the musical numbers are great. Jack Skellington, very iconic Disney character. And it's funny how many people look at it as a Tim Burton film when he didn't direct it. He did come up with a story. Henry Selick directed it. You know, I believe he deserves just as much recognition. But yeah, I definitely love this one. And off topic, one of my favorite things to come out of this movie is the album that came out years back, Nightmare Revisited. Great Halloween album. Covers of all the songs by metal artists. Korn does a great cover of Kidnap the Sandy Claus. It's one of my favorite songs. That's on a permanent loop for me during Halloween season.
Yeah.
I play that one as I'm getting dressed in my Halloween costume on the way out every Halloween weekend. I have to play it.
That's what makes it so iconic. It goes across things, genres. Everyone loves it. That opening song is one of the greatest Halloween songs ever. Like,
yeah.
And even the performance of Jack Skellington with, I mean, I still even now go, and I, Jack, the Pumpkin King. All the time, my kids were like, Daddy. Just all the time.
Yeah. Danny Elfman did not come to play games with the music there.
Yeah. I mean, his name has been around many, many, many things, but this will definitely be his greatest accomplishment, I think, is this, with all the great songs and everything like that. Like you said, like the CD. So you had Marilyn Manson, This Is Halloween, which was just perfect. The Korn one. They have Fall Out Boy doing What's This? Rise Against did Making Christmas.
Christmas.
Because for me, this is a Christmas and a Halloween movie, man. This is a movie that two very different holidays that it's able to connect. You know, and
it's a Halloween movie that I watch at Christmas still. Still watch it at Christmas.
You watch it from October to December. All the way through.
This discussion reminds me of something. I've seen this. I think I've seen this a couple times. Is this movie about cultural appropriation?
I don't think I ever heard that.
I don't know. Wow, did you just blow my mind?
Yeah, because look at like Jack Skellington stumbles upon something that he doesn't understand,
and he tries to bring it to them, and it doesn't work.
He brings it to his culture, like based on like a really fundamental kind of surface level idea that he has on it. He reappropriates it to fit everything that he knows. It doesn't work, and then you know, the originators of what he saw of this culture, case in point, Sandy Claus, has to come in and put everything correct.
I got one thing to say to you, Brandon. My mind is blown. Wow. You got me. You know what? I just watched. It was a skeleton. That's why I was watching it. It was a skeleton that was dancing. It was so cool. It had emotions, and I was like, man, you can have emotions and still be scary. This is so cool. Cultural appropriation. I never even saw that. Wow.
Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
I legitimately hope that. Well, I'm hoping this even more nowadays in the aftermath of that Pinocchio live-action movie they just remade. Disney better not ever remake this.
No,
no,
don't.
Don't
make a sequel. Don't remake it. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, I'm honestly right now. So we're about a couple of days before Hocus Pocus 2 comes out. I'm a little scared, honestly, just being totally honest, I'm a little scared because I don't want them to ruin something that's already a classic. But this one is unbelievable. Halloween, I mean, The Night Before Christmas is such a great movie. I share with my kids. I've done it for generations. It's been able to go to the next generation, and you feel good about still showing it to them. And it's scary enough, but it still has enough heart, and it has a storyline and teaches you something about it, and being okay with who you are inside and not trying to be something that you see out there. I feel like that whole story was such a big, a good one. And for me, that's the big story, the big thing that you learn from this movie. And it stays with me. Even as an adult, I still love it because of what I learned from that.
Definitely. And it came out at a time where Tim Burton was still very fairly early and fresh in his career. He was coming up with some great ideas. You know, like at that time, like nobody had seen a stop motion animation movie like that before. We had seen stop motion in the past, but like something like that with such an original concept, you know, just and just such an original idea. And he really leaned into, you know, he was, you know, he made Gothic fairy tales early on in his career. That, you know, Edward Scissorhands, even dare I say Batman, but Batman Returns had like kind of Gothic, kind of fairy tale-esque elements to me.
Corpse Bride. I mean, there's a lot of it.
Corpse Bride, yeah. You know, that was years later when he was very, very much an A-list director, if he wasn't already, because, you know, like Batman and Beetlejuice had kind of.
Once he had Beetlejuice, I think he was an A-lister.
After Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice got him the Batman job.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, so, you know, this was when, you know, like Tim Burton was just like really, really on top of the world. And, you know, like this is one of his, for me, this is definitely in his top 3 for me.
That's saying a lot.
I would put it as his number 1. I mean, because there's nothing that's more iconic. I mean, you can show just a ghost dog. There you go. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you can't look at a Skellington, you know, or a skeleton. I can't even say a skeleton anymore. I'm Skellington. Like, you can't even look at a skeleton anymore and not think of Jack. You know, like.
I will go as far as to say that this movie is the reason Hot Topic exists. You know,
very good.
You enter a Hot Topic, you're going to see a Jack Skellington backpack, a Zero keychain, you know, Sally costumes.
And how many have I bought? Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah.
I want to stop. I want to end it with this. You know what this movie taught me? I got to tell you this, Brandon. You know what? This taught me that when you're looking for someone to marry, you want to find someone who loves you like Sally loved Jack.
Yep.
That's what I'm looking for. When I looked for a wife, I was like, does she love me like Sally loved Jack? Maybe she does. She's the one. That's how I chose my wife.
Yeah.
Dropping the mic. That's it.
Willing to jump out of a window for you and sew herself back together just to give you a drink.
Sally was a real one.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, man, and then she stayed by him even when he got in trouble. That's what I'm talking about. That's real love. I learned that when I was like 10 years old.
Yeah.
And to think that was the voice of Catherine O'Hara who voiced Sally. Friggin'
really?
Yeah, that was Catherine O'Hara. Which listening to her, without knowing that knowledge, even with knowing that knowledge, I still can't really.
Yeah. I can't picture that. But
and
I just gotta ask you guys. So, where do you rank this among Halloween movies?
That's a good question.
Very good
question. I mean, so AMC usually releases this as like the month of October. You can watch it, and I tend to usually this year I might not make it because got a baby, but usually we'll go see this in the theater. Like I've seen this in the theater more than probably any other movie I ever seen. Like legit, like like years and years and years later. Plus watching it at home all the time. I don't know, man. I mean, it's definitely something like I'm gonna have my son watch, and hopefully he's into it as much as like me and my girlfriend.
Yeah,
I mean, it's definitely got to be in my top 5, probably.
That's
for sure top 10. For sure top 10. 100%.
It's my number 1 It's not like reality, real people movie that I've seen. It's the number 1. It's not cartoon, but that type of genre. It's my number 1 for that.
Yeah.
But
I'll say non-horror Halloween movie is probably my number 1.
I agree. That's good.
Yeah. I watched so much stuff during Halloween season. Like I said, this is one of my favorite times of year, man. Right behind summer. But I watched so much stuff. I definitely say it's somewhere in my top 10. Probably go as far as say it's definitely in my top 5, even. Yeah.
That's a lot saying to a movie that came out 30 years ago.
30 years ago.
That's crazy. And we're still talking about
it.
And this is, as you said, released in AMC. It's a movie that still holds up to this day and still teaches you the same lessons to this day. And that you can still enjoy it till this day. And I was just telling you guys, in the front of my house right now, I have a Jack Skellington blow-up doll, and I have 2 other ones, him and Sally, later on the other side of the yard. My kids love it. It's that good. I love this thing. I want to know what you guys think. I want to know what your comments are. Where do you rank this? Is this something that you want to share with your kids? Is this something you do every year with your kids? This is a family type of movie that brings people together that you can watch every day every time you have a Halloween. After trick-or-treating, come back, get some hot cocoa, and watch Nightmare Before Christmas. That's what we do. I want to know what you guys do. So please comment. Let us know what you think. Tell me, and keep on watching these guys. We're going to do a few more. I'm thinking about maybe 20. So,
oh, man.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep you guys busy. But thanks, everybody. I'll see you next video.
See ya.
Later.